All right, y'all, what it do? Your boy is back on the grind one more time. Your boy is back at it again, you guys. I'm in the garage just for about an hour today so I can get some stuff done. I'm really trying to focus on getting this car on the road by this weekend. Now, not fully done because there's some other things that I still have to do, suspension, other things like that, but I at least want it to be drivable by this weekend because it's Memorial Weekend and we don't always get the nicest weather on Memorial Weekend, but it looks like it's going to be about 80s this weekend, and I'm really itching to get this convertible out on the road. So me and my girl are going to go visit my parents, her parents, and some other family members. So it'd be nice to get this thing on the road and be able to enjoy it. So a lot of things that I still have to do on it, but I'm just trying to get the main things done, mainly the cosmetic things, mainly putting the seat back in, laying the carpet down and all that stuff, getting the seat belts in and all that. So I think I can get it done. I'll be crunched for time, but I think I can at least get that done. And also put on the wheels hopefully as well too. So today, again, I'm just really kind of doing some things kind of here and there, just whatever I can to get it done. So there's no particular order really that I'm doing this in, but I'm kind of doing one side first to kind of get like the emblems on, some of the trim, things like that, and then just kind of move to the other side. But I've been really kind of sporadic on what I've been able to do. I've just been kind of just doing things kind of here and there, so in no particular order. But let me go ahead and flip this camera around and show you guys what's up. All right, you guys, so what have I done from the last video? Mainly just painting things, honestly. What I've been doing actually is I soaked my tail light harness. So all the little sockets that the bulbs sit in, they're all just gummed up and everything. And I watched a video of somebody actually soaking them in Chem Dip, the Chem Dip that you get for like carburetor cleaner at O'Reilly's. And it actually turned out really nice. So I did that. I soaked them overnight. And you can see some of the remnants in there. That's just for me rinsing it out. But it's actually hanging up there and it's been drying for about a day. And they turned out really good. Let me see if I can kind of zoom in on them. You see how white they are now? So, and then they're really, really clean. They cleaned up really nice. So I did that, and it also cleaned out a lot of the gunk and stuff inside of the socket. So they should work better, have better connection and whatnot. So I'll be able to put those back in and nice and clean install on those. Just unmasking everything, cleaning these. Like I cleaned up the chrome and everything. These actually turned out pretty nice. You know, that's the front piece for the hood. So just really just kind of cleaning up a lot of the trim, the cosmetic things, putting these door sweeps back in. So as you can see, there's a big difference from when they're on and when they're not on. So those are really, really nice looking now, cleaned up a little bit. So should look really good on there. I don't know if I'll be able to get to the trim before this weekend. Not a huge deal, but the trim is all hanging up there for the wheel well. So, and that goes back to the back piece around kind of the boot of the convertible down on the bottom. So I'm definitely gonna put that on. So I just gotta shine those up. Steel wool, that's really fine. It should shine that right up. I do gotta do the cowl piece as well. It's kind of hanging up there. So there's actually a fair amount that I have to do with the little time that I have to do it. Although I do have all day Wednesday off and Friday I will have, so I usually get pretty far on those days, but nonetheless it's still a lot of stuff to do before then. I won't get any of the dash work done as far as me installing the dash. Now, something that you guys don't know is I'm actually doing, and the reason why I'm doing this is because I had a spare one. It's sitting right there. If you follow one of my last videos, not last videos, if you follow one of my previous videos in regards to my Regal, I did a S10 digital dash swap in that thing, and that thing took some time, but it ended up being really, really cool, a really cool swap. So I decided, since I had an extra one, could I make that work in another car? So then I tested it on this car. One thing about this car is I never liked the dash. Let me go around here, and I'm gonna make this part of the video pretty quick because I want to get some stuff done. But over here is the speedometer cluster. And it's not bad. I just never really cared for it too much. You know, on a lot of these early 70s A-bodies cars, a lot of the clusters were actually kind of cool. You know, the Chevelle is looks pretty good. Even when you go SS model, those look really good. One of the main complaints, is especially on these one, is the squares like that. And on the 71 and 72, that's kind of one of the most common complaints is the dash. Even with the Dakota Digital upgrade, it's nice and it looks a lot better, but you still have the aesthetic part of it, which to me, I never really liked. So what I did is I had picked up a old spare dash that was actually broken. A couple of the tabs are broken off over here, and then I actually cut that off. I wish I hadn't, because I need to have that back on, but I'll probably epoxy it back on. But I cut a big opening there, and I did that after I measured to see if this dash, if this speedometer cluster would work in it. And sure enough, it just fits in there. And believe it or not, you guys, when I put it in there and I kind of mocked up a temporary spot where I think it would look good, it actually fit really good. Better than my whole process did on the Regal. So it actually looks really nice, and I'm able to use another part on it. So let me go ahead and flip this up so you guys can kind of see. Now, if you guys don't know, this is a S10 digital dash. So S10 Blazer, Oldsmobile Bravada, S10 truck. The ones that came with the 4.3 liter or Vortec V6. And I'm like a huge like 80s and 90s kind of buff, and I love everything pretty much 80s and 90s. I like 80s movies. I like, you know, all those movies, all the 90s movies, all the hip hop, the music, just everything. And always thought this dash was really cool. I saw somebody do a swap in another car a long time ago, actually in a Grand National, and I was like, man, it'd be dope if I could do that. And I've always been kind of intimidated by it because of the wiring. And I started to attack it. It was a lot of wiring, but it ended up not being too bad. It's just really time consuming. And being with the, that's one thing I remembered, is I'm able to use this. On my Regal, I wasn't able to use the selector, but I didn't really need it because my Regal had a floor shifter, so I had the selector on there. Well, this one is actually usually right above the steering column. So anyway. Cluster bezel over there, if you guys can see it, modified already. I actually, hold on, let me see if I can zoom in. Oh, let me zoom in. Oh wait, there it is. So I have that modified. If you can see the tape around it, I had to epoxy some things, and you know, the dash was already broken in one spot, so I had to fix that. And then I cut a tab off, and I shouldn't have, so I epoxied it back, and I had to make another tab. So it's over there drying. It actually should be dry right now, but all right, you guys, what is up? It is officially my weekend, and it is Thursday night, about 8:20-ish or something like that. And so I'm in the garage, wrapped up my day in the garage. Now I'm about to attack this, and I'm going ham on this, trying to get this ready by sometime on Saturday for us to cruise on Sunday. So a lot has to be done by then. I'm going to spend all day tomorrow working on this. I'm already kind of like a day behind, so I'm going to see if I can make it up a little bit tonight, a lot tomorrow, and then Saturday I'll have the day. I'm hoping Saturday will be a day of kind of like final touches, just little things that I need to get done in preparation to drive this thing on Sunday. But right now I'm going to scuff up the front here, this whole dash, mainly where it's blue, and I'm going to repaint that black. Again, I want to do a nice job. I'm not looking for total perfection, but I do want to do a nice job on it. What I might do is paint the dash portion only first. I'm not too sure if I want to dive into doing the steering column just yet. just because there's a lot of stuff kind of like around it. This would kind of be just tucking the wires back up in there, masking some things off, and then kind of just shooting and paint. This might be a little bit more involved, so I might just wait on that part, at least as for now. But going on that, and then I'll paint these separate as well. Just a lot of things that I gotta do, you guys. I think first things first, I'm gonna go ahead and scuff the dash here. That way I can have it ready for paint tomorrow, because today it's pouring. Tomorrow is supposed to be a little bit nicer of a day, so maybe I can roll it outside and paint it all. So let me go ahead and scuff this up right now. Again, I'm crunched for time, so I probably won't show every single little thing here. I'll just kind of show you the, you know, the before and the day after, and kind of just show you what I do. Done. Man, it was a little process, but we got it done. But you see how not bad, man. I get better every time, y'all. Get better every time. Now, what I did use was I actually just used low gloss Duplicolor engine enamel. I mean, I've been using that on everything, and I think it covers really good out of the can. It lays on great. And it looks fine. You know, it's a nice kind of flat or low gloss black. And, you know, it doesn't look bad. Remember, it was that blue before. Now it looks really, really good. It was that color before. Yeah, y'all, check it out. So there it is, you guys. I am going to conclude this portion of the video, and shoot, we'll pick back up the next day and see what the next task will be in getting this car back together. All right, y'all, what up? It is the next day, and I am now attacking just pretty much anything and everything in regards to this car. So I'm going to go ahead and start putting these vents in that sit inside of the Ram Air hood setup. So I actually cleaned these up, painted them, and then put some clear on them just to kind of protect the paint. That way it doesn't get scuffed up. And then I silver leafed the edges right there to make it kind of just pop a little bit more. So if you guys have never seen this type of Ram Air setup before, these vents literally just sit in here like this. And then underneath, where you see these openings, is where the breather sits. And then you see those little foam cushions. Those actually settle and sit right underneath. And then when you're driving, you can see where these scoops are like this. The air catches down, goes right in there, and it's kind of like forced induction. So that's kind of what it looks like there. And I'm gonna go ahead and put this on.